It's just a welcome in. Oh, come in with a welcome in. And we welcome you to Marara Oval in Darwin, round 12 in the NTFL competition footy here, back after the Christmas break. A couple of weeks off, big match in front of us too. Nightcliff unbeaten after 11 rounds of competition, come in with 11 wins, take on St Mary's, who need a win here, 7-4. They are, they're in third position. They win today and they can jump into second position. A lot of people believe the St Mary's second best team in the competition. We'll find out today. Should be a terrific match. Match just completed. Before us a short time ago, Palmerston upset Waratah 2014 to 7 goals 6. Big win for Palmerston, only their third win of the year. The Tiwi Bombers trounced Darwin 38-22 to 6-6 last night under lights, and Wanderers had a terrific win over Southern Districts to keep their faint finals hopes alive. The Eagles winning 15 goals 8 to Southern Districts 12-13. Southern Districts went into the game in second position, but Wanderers overran them in the third quarter and held on in the last to record a pretty impressive win. Brad Stewart is with me. Brad, should be a terrific game. Yeah,
it should be a fantastic game, Charlie. It's as we've mentioned, it's the top of the table clash, and if St Mary's can give Nightcliff their first defeat of the year, they will sneak up into the second spot. But if they lose, it sort of throws the gate wide open for desperate Wanderers, who are still in earshot of the final five with a big win over Districts last night, and obviously the Waratah losing this afternoon against Palmerston in a massive upset. It gives them a glimmer of hope, and they need to keep winning. But our focus is on this game tonight. It's going to be interesting with the likes of Barry Brooks, who's an ex-St Kilda listed player, into the game, and also our own NT Thunder captain, Cameron Eilert, who's playing his first game in the NTFL this year. So it's going to be an exciting contest, especially with Nightcliff, with the way they've travelled thus far.
Saints won the toss. They'll kick to right of screen, which is generally the scoring end here, and see if they can do some good work out of the middle. Julian Lockwood, the big ruckman, jumps against Ryan Smith. Saints win the first kick forward from Iggy Vallejo. Terrific kick. Got it down to Shannon Rioli, marks outside 50. McFarlane was with him there as well. He can go short. Cameron Eilert on the lead, offers, and now he sets it up to the sweet spot. Players get there, knocked to ground. Cameron Eilert wanted a bit of it, just couldn't get it. Nightcliff tried to force the ball out. Saints can steal a big high tackle on Justin Wilson, has drawn the free kick. Umpire says play on. Shannon Rioli runs in, no nonsense from him. Got onto the loose ball, got the advantage from the umpire. Brad ran in and kicked the first goal of the match.
Yeah, use his initiative there, as the umpires do these days. As soon as you take that initiative and decide to play on, and he used his nous and broke free and kicked a nice and easy goal. I suppose with his kick in early on, I probably would have liked to see him use a little bit more penetrating kick than just that little lollipop kick to the top of the square. It really was a nothing kick, Charlie. I'd probably go longer and harder into the tall forwards that they have down there.
And he'll be thinking, well, it worked out in the end, which I guess is a fair argument from him. Here's Lockwood again to jump against Smith. Whistle goes, who's in the middle. It's going to be a free kick out of the middle. Must be an extra player there. So Ryan Smith's going to get it. He uses the handball. Iggy Vallejo. It's deja vu. It's Iggy deja vu. Kicks it up and towards the half forward line. Goes off hands from Justin Wilson down to Nightcliff, who can win a kick from up on the half back line up to Vallejo. Got there was Julian Lockwood with the good punch. Handball came around the corner back to Ryan Smith. Cleverly done there for St Mary's by Louis Egger. He's such a good player. This time ball in the hands of Bice. Don't know too much about him. His kick forward is very good. Loose checking down there by Paris allowed Saints to win the ball, and they take it forward. Justin Cooper was a good kick. They've dropped the mark, Nightcliff, but they win in the back pocket and can kick it out towards the half back line off hands and out of bounds. Pretty spirited start to an all-important match.
Yeah, Justin Wilson has just limped off the game after that initial contest where he got that high tackle, and another contest and sees him go down. So he's going to get some attention from the trainers. So it'll be interesting to see if he can bounce back.
Yeah, it was a high tackle, and he's looking at his left knee. He is carrying the knee, as you said quite rightly. Forced towards the boundary line here by Robert Hale for St Mary's. Couldn't quite pick it up. High tackle from McFarlane looked a little illegal. In fact, the umpire agrees with that, and Nightcliff will win the free kick from the half back line. Chip it out wide and give it off to Collinson's been a very good player off the left boot. He goes, wants big Julian Lockwood. You don't give it to your ruckman at his bootlace. places, I can tell you that. There's a lesson to learn from that high tackle, slinging tackle, the ball picked up by Louis Edgar, got it to Stapleton, back to Rioli, couldn't get it, Stapleton again, second effort was good, went over the top, Nightcliff get in the way, not able to get clear with it though was Marlon Motlop. Whistle goes again as the ball goes over the boundary line. Ferocious start to this game.
Yeah, ferocious start, and the Nightcliff Tigers just hunting in packs there and just using numbers at the contest, and I suppose Joey Collinson on that kick at the bootlaces there, he just needs to kick through the ball a lot more.
Ryan Smith lucky not to get a free kick, little handball came out, Marlon Motlop off his knees, high tackle again, Tigers going to get the free kick here, that's about the third one, advantage play, they can run forward, Thomas Motlop kicks upfield, bouncing ball into the pathway of the running player there, and Mark McLean, he's in space, puts the ears back, kicks to the open goal, rolls back, Saints go back and see it safely over for a behind. It was good work from Nightcliff, but Saints got back there, Lacroix carries it over for a behind and then thumps the ball straight down to Ryan Smith. That's a monster kick, that's gone 70 metres.
Yeah, massive kick and great clearance, and Ryan Smith, good cool head under pressure as he goes outside.
So they can bring it forward now. McFarlane unhappy with that kick, he called for it, he's not happy, he should have got it delivered, he was on the lead. The kick wasn't good. You see him clapping his hand there at the moment. He's encouraging his teammates, but his first reaction was, I need a better kick than that, and you do as well.
Yeah, and it was a bit of a Matthew Richardson dummy spit there from McFarlane, just shake of the head, but yeah, again, just trying to keep the younger players involved and not get their hopes down too early in the game.
Well, Brad, a lot riding on this game. As I said, second position for Saints, but Nightcliff, more importantly, 11 on the trot. They really need to, any of those knockers around, and there are plenty for Nightcliff saying they're going to fall over in the second half of the season. They'd want to set the record straight today against one of the powerhouse sides in the competition, St Mary's.
Yeah, well, the only way to really to quash the rumours and the doubts about your form and the way you're going to go about in the finals is to do it against a powerhouse side such as St Mary's. They're a proven performer come the point into the season, as we know. They're always there and thereabouts, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can overcome those hoodoos that are apparently out there.
Rioli went out wide. Now, Saints are looking much better in the early stages of this game. This kick's going to go across the face of goals through for a behind. If you just looked at the first 5 minutes of the match, it's just about been all St Mary's. One push inside 50 for Nightcliff, but the rest of the time their defenders have been under pressure.
Yeah, they seem to be getting a hold of the ball and getting in first to the ball early to the Nightcliff and using it a bit better. Nightcliff just seem to be rushing their possession out of their back half.
Haven't cited Elijah Ware, the former Central Districts player. He's out there though, but he hasn't had much of it yet. Early stages of the game, but he's a good player. He's a match winner. Tigers have it across half-back, 1-1 to a behind. Saints with a goal early on to Shannon Rioli in the first minute of the match. It's on the wing. Players set themselves. Waiting at the back was Anstes. Punches the ball forward. Tried to get it to Iggy Vallejo. Couldn't get it. Tigers can clean up. They've got a player clear inside defensive 50. That's Darren Gelfie. Gelfie under pressure. Didn't get it. Nightcliff really under pressure in their back line. Now they can get it out wide. They've got a player out wide in Collinson as the extra runner. If he can get himself in good position, he does now. Well done, Collinson. Got the handball from Duncan. Collinson spears it up towards the half-forward line. Thomas Motlop with the handball over the top. Here's the run for the Tigers now. Marlon Motlop off the left boot. Wasn't the best kick. Got it inside 50. Long handball back. They can have a shot from here. Ashley Duncan straightens it up. Good vision. Kick wasn't good enough. High tackle on Vallejo, and the advantage played, and St Mary's will run it out of defence. Another chance for Nightcliff gone begging.
Yeah, another chance gone begging. Great vision there. Just a pity the kick didn't come off. Probably a little bit more commitment probably could have been shown by the forward running into space there.
Hale tried to get it to Dermot Tippenwoody. Went just a little too long. Dermot Tippenwoody in good position though. He's got support there, Justin Cooper. They have lost it though, those two players, and the ball finishes up in the hands of Stringer. Stringer goes into the forward line, but a poor ill-directed kick, and the Tigers will repel from the back line. Here's the kick. And the fish got in the way there, knocked away by Stringer over the boundary line. Saints doing everything right early stages of this match. 1-1 plays a point.
Yeah, again, just Stringer just rushing his kick going forward there and straight down the throat. I think it was of young Anthony Gugliotta, and just pinpointed him correctly. Just needs to go back and just lift his eyes a bit.
Well, the reserve ruckman doing the work then. Big Barry Brooks got up. Handy man to have there to help out Ryan Smith, who does most of the work for Saints. Here's a good handball now. Nightcliff can set this up in their forward line. How potent is the forward line? Rolling ball out wide. Anstes out there, caught without the foot. He's going to draw the free kick. Johnny Anstes, eyes only for the footy. Gets it in the back pocket. They're on top in their back line. Kick out wide, St Mary's to Dermot Tippenwoody. He gets it between the wing and the half and the half-back line. There's a little bit further. Ben Rioli kicks it up to Josh Heath. Off the right boot he goes, sets it up the centre half forward. McFarlane in the contest and might have been pushed out of it. It was Smith, in fact, that got pushed out of it. He's going to get the free kick.
Yeah, it looks like Hale's gone with the tall timber down forward with Vallejo. I think he had Cameo Eilert down there at one point. There's also McFarlane, now Ryan Smith pushing forward while Brooks is in the ruck and trying to stretch the Nightcliff defence with the height and strength of their tall timber down forward. So yeah, it's going to be interesting ploy to see how long Smith can run out the game, as well as big Barry Brooks as well.
He's a good kick at the footy. He's directly out in front distance, not a problem. Punches it and kicks it nicely and puts it straight through the middle. Gets the second goal for Saints. They've got 2 goals, 1 now to the Tigers, just 1 point goals to Ryan Smith. That one there from that free kick, and Shannon Rioli onto the loose ball kicked the early goal for them. So Nightcliff looking under some pressure. 2-1 the Saints. Tigers 1 point.
Yeah, St Mary's just seemed to be just using the ball a little bit better and finding a little bit more space. Unchecked men out the far side there, Heath and young Benny Rioli, who's proved to be a big find for St Mary's this year, and Hale giving him a go off the half back, and has done a power of work for St Mary's in the first half of this year.
Here he is, Shannon Rioli. He's really found his way, ran hard at the footy, ran at Robbie Hale, around Robbie Campbell, got past him as well, then went with the handball out wide. Chance here for Tippenwoody, might have been, is it, out wide. Dermot Tippenwoody onto the left boot. Was a good goal. Yeah,
fantastic goal, and again, just the Nightcliff players getting sucked into the contest, and Tippenwoody, whilst he didn't go into the contest, he just hung out and received a nice easy handball and did the due process and slotted the goal.
Well, Tigers need a goal here to now just believe, don't they? Because Saints are really taking it up to them. They've had limited opportunities, Nightcliff, and Saints full of run early stages of the match.
Yeah, full of run and full of life and up and about. They seem to be going really hard at the ball. But yeah, Nightcliff have just starved their forwards of any real chance of kicking any goals, and they need to get the next one on the board without St Mary's getting one on.
Here's Elijah Ware with a kick forward. It bounced and made it difficult for Ashley Duncan. He probably could have worked a little harder to get to it. He didn't. Some work there happening by Marlon Motlop. They've lost it again. Marlon Motlop versus Cameron Island. That's a good tackle. Cameron Island just slung him away from the footy, and as a result of that gave away the free kick. So the Tigers can build from here. They're just out on the wing on the scoreboard side here. Beautiful day for footy in Darwin. It's round 12 of the NTFL. Nightcliff 11 wins straight coming into this match against St Mary's, but St Mary's all the running earlier on. Mark out there along the boundary line. Thomas Motlop had a terrific game at Gardens. He kicked 10 or 12 a few weeks ago, didn't he? He was an outstanding player.
Yeah, outstanding, and he's one of those players that Nightcliff really need to get their hands on the ball a hell of a lot if they're going to have anything to do with this game.
This man, I'm wrapped in him, Josh Heath. He's been terrific this year, hasn't he? He's just found his way.
Yeah, he finds his way and always finds his way to get into the contest and get loads of the ball. And I think with Labastita's absence since going to Southern Districts, he's sort of found his niche in the side with St Mary's.
Courage there was called for, and Cade Brown delivered. And he went off with the handball, and they can thump it down to the forward line. Big climb, got right over the top. No free kick on it. Motlop wanted a bit of it. Thomas Motlop couldn't get to it. Ball forced towards the boundary line, will probably go over, and does, about 15 metres around. In fact, it came off the boot of the St Mary's player, who was waiting for it to roll over the line, and then it touched his boot and he went over. He's coughed up a free kick.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevy Turnawatch there just trying to shepherd the ball across, and I think with the pressure from Motlop might have just kicked his boot into the ball and just floated across the ground. And these are the sorts of things the Motlop brothers practice.
Thomas Motlop, that's from the graveyard corner. I tell you, it's almost impossible to kick a goal from there. You rarely see it because the breeze blows right across the face of the goal because it doesn't have the protection of the grandstand, but he kicked a beauty. First goal for Nightcliff is a good one off the boot of Thomas Motlop.
Yeah, that's the stuff that, like I said, the Motlop guys practice all the time, and when I was training with them last year at this very ground, they were and other grounds around the place, they sit in the pockets, and that's all they do for the first half an hour of training is try and pot goals. So it's something that he's quite accustomed to doing, Charlie, and that's a very much needed goal.
Oh no, and it's a good thing to do too, because I mean you can practice over and over kicking from 20 metres out directly in front. I mean you'll learn that in one kick, don't you? It's the ones in the pocket that you've got to convert. Some hard work in the middle. Justin Wilson, the real bulldog in the St Mary's side, somehow got himself out of the middle, kicked it upfield, but getting in the way there, taking a strong mark is Anthony Gugliotto off the left boot, kicks it out wide, gets it to Liam Johnson, takes a mark out on the wing. He's on the grandstand side. 3-1 plays 1-1. Josh Heath comes in late, but a good mark taken there by Joey Collinson. He wants 50 metres. Crowd says yes. They're the Tiger supporters, you can hear, saying he wants 50 metres there. You're not going to get it. But Collinson has it just forward of the wing. He's on the grandstand side. His team down by 12 points early stages of the first term. Big climb at the back again. Handball came out. St Mary's win it. Little kick to Stapleton. Couldn't pick it up. Motlop went in. Slung it out somehow. Rolling ball to Elijah Ware. Couldn't pick it up. Good work, Saints in defence there. Taken by Louis Edgar. The player from Alice Springs went down to the Territory Thunder captain, Islet, and got away from Cameron Islet. He was closely pursued there by Jonathan Perris, but the boundary beat them both for a throw-in. We've gone about 12 minutes of this first term. Score check. St Mary's 3-1, Nightcliff 1-1. Brad Stewart.
Yeah. Elijah Ware just copping a bit of extra treatment there, close in the clinches from from St Mary's players, all above board, mind you. But I think St Mary's, definitely aware of his ability to break a game open and break the line. So just getting a little bit extra physical attention in there in the clinches.
And working hard in there. Mark McLean as well has been a very good player. Hale with the handball out, put his teammate under some pressure. Ball goes to ground in there. McFarlane, they got it out wide. Saints can get clear from out there through Bice. Got it up towards the forward line. Islet caught with the footy. Nowhere for him to go. Nightcliff calling for a free kick, but there's nothing Cameron Islet can do there. They had him all wrapped up. It's up on the half-forward line, out towards the boundary for St Mary's. They get a possession through Iggy Vallejo. Got it out to a teammate running past. Little handball came out cleverly by Louis Edgar, and a shot by Justin Bice looks pretty good. Might have just missed. He did. He kicked it behind. So Saints peppering away. Advance their score now to 3-2, leading Nightcliff 1-1.
Yeah, the class of young Louis Edgar there, just the cool head under pressure to hold and be strong in the tackle and then get the ball out to the loose man in Bice. He just unfortunately couldn't finish off the good work.
Round 12 of the NTFL. Good footy match in front of us here. Nightcliff through Ashley Duncan. What a find he has been. Gets it inside defensive 50. Kick up towards the wing. And Ben Rioli getting there very late. Tigers can take this ball forward. They have runners going forward. Like the way they transfer the ball. You see the confidence coming from them. Then you get a little fumble like that by Troy Coates, who's been such a good player. You cough it up and St Mary's make you pay at the other end of the ground. That's about what they're going to do here, because they have them lining up in defence. Plenty of them across to Louis Edgar, who's run back off the wing inside defensive 50. And now Nightcliff can man up. 1-on-1. They'll do that, and checking not good enough. Saints can win the ball. Good pass into the hands of Bice. Had that shot a short time ago. Kicked it behind. Inside defensive 50. This is typical St Mary's, isn't it? They'll just chip it around until they can find the way forward. Yeah,
they just chip it around, and possession is the key, and the Terry Bombers do it quite well as holding possession, retaining possession. If you haven't got it, the other side can't hurt you, but chipping around until something opens up and just building the play around the ground. But they'll creep their way forward, and something will open up for them where they can get a decent 50-50 like McFarlane. He is coming up strong. Yeah, Smith gave it to LeCras, and LeCras' kick was a beauty to McFarlane, who's such an inspirational player. And Smith ran on, big man doing plenty of the work. Got it over to Iggy Vallejo. Vallejo punches with the right boot. Wants Islet on the charge. Dives at the footy. Hit him on the chest and took a terrific mark. Danger times here for Nightcliff. They're staggering on the ropes at the moment. Saints are really taking it to him, and the Territory Thunder captain is going to kick from well within kicking distance on a reasonably tough angle, though, out on that far side. Yeah, I've got him odds on to kick this one, Charlie. But yeah, like you said before, St Mary's just with their patience with the ball, and then their foot skills, like you said as well with Nightcliff, their errors are hurting them at the moment, and St Mary's prey on those errors, and if you turn the ball over, they'll make you pay every time of the week. Cam Island, Brad Stewart's backed him in. He knows him well. He's gone straight in and banged it straight through the middle. A good goal from you, inspirational goal from a very inspirational player. Big lead for St Mary's now, 4-2, leading Nightcliff 1-1. The score is a fair indication of the game. In fact, St Mary's probably more dominant than what a 19-point lead is showing on the scoreboard. Yeah, definitely, and St Mary's holding the ball and getting a lot of it. But yeah, we're only 15 minutes in. The score could get a little bit worse for Nightcliff if they don't manage to shut down the likes of Cammy Islet. Josh, he seems to be getting a lot of the ball. Ben Rioli off the half back as well, but I think it's more or less the Nightcliff skill errors at this stage just letting them down. And generally front runners this year, Nightcliff, they've sort of set games up earlier on. They haven't had to come from a long way back. They're going to have to do that today. This is a real test of their character. They're under some pressure across their half back line again. Player there under pressure was Cade Brown, who is a very handy player. McFarlane got it back. High tackle, says umpire Ashley Manakaros. And the Tigers are going to get the free kick here now. They're just backward of the wing.
on the grandstand side. Ball in the hands of Cade Brown. Pumps it up over the wing. Big fist. That's a good punch away. Good defensive work. Jumping high there was Barry Brooks.
Yeah, just playing into the hands of St Mary's there, Nightcliff, of just bombing the ball along into a contest, and that's what St Mary's want you to do. Bang it along to a contest, they'll knock it over the line and then restart and set up their structures. So they just need to hold possession and work the ball around rather than bombing it long, because St Mary's will kill you in that sense.
Well, take a lesson from Saints. They get possession of the footy, though. As you said before, they're just patient. Here's Stapleton with the kick forward. Once Hale had good front position down there. Robbie Hale couldn't get it though. Spillage came out. Here's Shannon Rioli on the charge. Got a terrific handball given to him that time, and he can go forward and misses out to the right and kicks it behind.
Yeah, Shannon Rioli probably could have gone in another 10-15 metres there and made sure of that kick. Just a bit disappointing that he probably went for a bit of longer kick than probably should have.
Tigers to the wing. This is the new player for them, Brenton Cowell. We've heard he's a Country Victoria player. His kick was pretty good. Gave it to Troy Coates out on the half-forward line, punches in towards the pocket. Fisted away, ball goes to ground. They want a little bit of it there. James Brain hasn't had much of it. Got his hands on it, didn't get it. Pressure here for Jaden Kickett. Lost the footy to the boundary line. Second effort from him, reasonable. Ball seen over the boundary line there. Tunderwatch doing some hard work for the Saints. And a throw-in up in the forward pocket for the Tigers. They're in good position now to score their second goal of the quarter. 1-1 to 4-3, 20 minutes gone. First quarter here. The top side, Nightcliff unbeaten, taking on St Mary's. A little tap down by Nightcliff. McFarlane wanted it, just couldn't get it. Some pressure here. Troy Coates trying to get himself out of trouble there. He couldn't. They hold him up, Saints. And they do the right thing, the disciplined things. And I've often spoken to Damien Hale about that. He puts so much value on those little 1%ers from St Mary's. The tackle, the hold it up, the steady down, the smother, all of those things. And you're seeing Saints displaying that exactly today, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a constant trait St Mary's have had over the number of years that they've, especially the long success. It's due to the little things that they do, the talk, the shepherding, the tackling, the spoils. They generally don't do anything that's outside of the team environment and team goals, I guess. And they play as a team and they work as a team. So yeah, definitely those 1%ers is part of the way St Mary's have traditionally played their football under any coach. Big
pack here, and here's Cowell, got it on the right boot, kicks towards goal, rolls across the face through for a behind. Another kick and hope, and that's a little bit what Nightcliff are doing. They still have it where they want it. The Tigers, they need a goal though to believe. 4-3 plays 1-1, time ticking down in this first quarter. Good game of footy. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're picking it up from. Brad Stewart with me here in the grandstand. Ball forced towards the boundary line by Saints, over for another throw-in.
St Mary's have pressed right up the ground. There's only a couple of guys inside their attacking half and just trying to really crowd their forward line. But as I speak, a couple of players come out of that press. But again, it's 1-on-1 across the ground, which St Mary's like to play. They back themselves in against any side 1-on-1. So
Nightcliff have the extra player now, and they can use this well. Will they? They go along the outside the 50. And give it off to Collinson. Collinson went hoping again. Wasn't the best kick. Eilert cleans up. Wins it in the back pocket. Goes for McFarlane. Has front position. Was strong. Got there in front of Robbie Campbell. A couple of old war horses there. I say old in the nicest possible way. Old as in experience. A little kick on further here into the hands of Stringer. Stringer between the half-back line and the wing, goes back inboard, bouncing ball, just got away. There was a chance to get it. Grabsky didn't quite grab it. Handball by Dion Gordon under pressure. Saints have lost possession, and McFarlane's going to have to give it up here. It's going to be a free kick for the Tigers. Anthony Gugliotto, handball went out to Marlon Motlop, pumps it inside 50. They didn't kick it, wanted a bit of it, didn't get it. Chance here for the Tigers. Little punch kick in by Troy Coates, hoping for Thomas Motlop. Couldn't get it, Motlop. Saints are everywhere back here in defence. Tunderwatch wins it up at centre half back, kicks it out towards the wing, punched away from the Nightcliff player towards the boundary line. Just kept in play by the new player in Cowell. Caught with the footy and he's lost it. Saints come away with it with advantage here. Now here's the battle again. Campbell out in front of McFarlane. Campbell gets it, sends it back in. Oh, it wasn't a good handball. It was sloppy. Let Saints back in. Campbell's effort was pretty ordinary second time around. He's coughed up a free kick. Iggy Balajo gets it just forward of the wing. Well, bad signs here for Nightcliff if Saints kick a goal close to quarter time.
Yeah, Campbell just a little bit overzealous there. Probably just needed to hold back. He's keen, and very bad marking from the Nightcliff defence there, and letting Shannon Rioli, probably one of the most dangerous players on the field at the moment, just slop into a hole. So, yeah, but as I mentioned, Campbell just a little bit overzealous there and just copying Iggy Villaggio very high in a reckless tackle.
Tigers rattled here, absolutely rattled by a St Mary's side full of run and confidence, with Shannon Rioli lining up for his second 45-degree angle. He will kick from about 48 metres, gets onto the right and misses to the near side, kicks it behind. Might just about be the last score of the quarter. Bit bold calling that this early out. 4 goals, 4-1-1. Saints in front. Yeah,
just into red time, a couple of minutes into red time there, so it's still enough time for Nightcliff to try and just to peg that score back and get a late goal that'll get him into quarter time with a little bit of confidence. But they really need to either restructure up their forward line or do something around the midfield, because that's where they're getting really hurt at the moment. Good
zoning there by St Mary's, but still the Tigers could take the mark. Anthony Gugliotta has it out on the half-back line. Standing on the mark is Justin Cooper. Kick over the top. Dion Gordon did well. Dion Gordon continued to run. Heath gave it to him. Gordon did terrifically well. Can get it to Cameron Island. Great play, St Mary's. Millimetres in it. Cameron Island goes over the top to Robbie Hale. That is St Mary's at their very, very best. Gordon set it all up, and it was millimetre perfect, all of it, and they got themselves down in towards the forward pocket where Hale's going to have a shot for goal.
Yeah, again, just team play from St Mary's, and Dion Gordon here started with him on the wing there with a ball in rather than going for the mark, and they just, again, if you make an error they make you pay, and this could be really hurt the Nightcliff going into first quarter break.
Saints have 4 goal kickers. They're not going to add to that. Robbie Hale misses to the near side, brings to an end the first quarter. It was a good one for St Mary's. 4 goals, 5 to Nightcliff, 1-1 quarter time here at Marara Oval. So second quarter underway here. Challenge in front of Nightcliff is to pick up 22 points here. That's the margin at quarter time. 4-5 to 1. Brad Stewart, any chance the Tigers can do it in this quarter?
Yeah, the Tigers just need, I think they need to restructure their forward line, but also get something out of their midfield. Midfield's lacking production, and as I mentioned, Elijah Ware gets his hands on the ball. So, yeah, that's going to be the key part if they're going to get back into this game, if they're going to challenge St Mary's, is get some more production out of their midfield.
Ware, Collinson, and then down there to James Brain, who blazed away and missed out wide. Luke Stapleton will get the resultant free kick in the left back pocket, goes across field, links it up out there to Dion Gordon, who danced on a sixpence. You don't even know what a sixpence is, I don't think, Brad, but he did it down in front of us here, and now it's with Josh Heath. Comes off the wing, kicks up. So look at this possession football by St Mary's. It's just terrific stuff, isn't it? Control of it, good foot skills. Justin Wilson on the right boot. They've had about 3 in a row now, might be 4. They've got runners going everywhere. Handball is still good. Runner going forward, Louis Edgar kicks it up, and Robbie Campbell gets in the way to cut it off in front of McFarlane, who didn't go with him that time. McFarlane stood back, and the little kick over the top. Anthony Gugliotto involved in that, and the Tigers can bring it forward. Long kick up towards Thomas Motlop. A long way out from goal, too far to score a goal. Chance to mark it. The new player jumping there. Cowell didn't get to the footy. Handball came out. Quick handball around the body. Marlon Motlop coughed it up. They're under pressure. Tigers need a goal here. Snapshot Ware. He might have got it. I think he did. Elijah Ware, give him half a chance and he'll kick a goal. Former Central District's premiership player kicks the first goal of the second quarter. Tigers much needed goal, 4-5. Now 2 goals, 1.
Yeah, good movement from Nightcliff again. If on the turnover, just moving it fast around the outer side, and Thomas Motlop getting it in fast and early was the key in that play. I just get Marlon Motlop probably a little bit disgusted with himself with that errant handball that just fell about 5 metres short of the target there. But all's well that ends well with Elijah Ware getting on the scoreboard. But yeah, I think those with Nightcliff just coming around the outer side, just much better skills than what we saw in the first quarter, and yeah, polished off with a nice neat goal from Elijah Ware.
Good battle out on the wing here with Marlon Motlop and Josh Heath on this grandstand wing. If the ball comes out there, Tigers trying to get clear with it. Again, a sloppy handball out of the middle. Elijah Ware wouldn't be too happy with that. Dispossessed was Louis Edgar. They punched the ball away from him. Reading it beautifully was Elijah Ware. Onto the right boot he goes, punches forward in the way. Dion Gordon takes a strong mark in the back pocket and then can just go with a little chip kick. Did it pretty well. Gave it off to Lacroix. Lacroix out towards the wing. Ball towards the boundary line. Some pressure out there. Lost. Picked up by St Mary's. Handball over the top. Ben Rioli was pretty good. Ryan Smith comes off the wing. Kicks it up to the half forward line inside 50. Tigers hands on the footy. Didn't get it. Nightcliff under some pressure already. This time they can get back. Michael Gugliotto cuts them off at centre half back and now invited to play on, and was under some pressure too from Justin Wilson. Sent it out to defensive 50. Some clever work out there keeping the ball in possession for Nightcliff. Justin Wilson couldn't get across to it. He did pretty well. He had 2 to beat, but the work done down there was pretty good by who was it back down there? Might have been Jonathan Perris, I think.
Yeah, Jonathan Perris there again. Good defence from St Mary's out of their forward line, just trying to lock it in their forward half, and I think it was Justin Wilson, I think.
Little tap down. Elijah Ware picks another possession. Scramble kick forward up towards the wing. Rolling ball getting in the way. Not able to pick it up. Ben Rioli. Hard tackle from the back was Thomas Motlop. Had an air of illegality about it, but the umpire says no, it's all okay, and they'll get up last Thomas Motlop.
And just adjusted his tackle there on the way down. I think this is, he called him high, but just adjusted his tackle to keep it out of the eyes of the umpire.
Yes, the old sliding tackle can work. Here's McLean trying to get to the footy. Assistance comes quickly. Troy Coates. They need plenty from Troy Coates. They run him down. He's going to be penalised. And he just couldn't get away from Cameron Island. You think it's a walk along the beach when Cameron Island's around you in for a shock. You've got to get rid of it in a hurry. He'll run you down. He's a terrific player, isn't he? He is directly in front of us out on the wing. Cam Islet kicks it sweetly. Wants McFarlane. Oh, good mark. Nice kick. Just put beautifully, and McFarlane just kept the gap in front of him. The defence not good enough from the Tigers there. They should have blocked the hole off. They didn't. McFarlane puts it to the top of the square. Tigers in defence take a very strong mark. Back there, Anthony Gugliotto.
And it's just paid a holding free kick against somebody there. So while the mark was taken, someone else has got a free kick there.
Okay. Here's the kick out towards Ryan Smith, front position. Mark taken out the back, the run forward now. Nightcliff not much on offer in the middle. This is where Saints normally go, straight to the middle, don't they? But Nightcliff aren't able to go. Marlon Motlop has it, kicks to a vacant half forward line. Bouncing ball, Anstes met it full on, did pretty well with a handball over the top, and it was cleverly done. Lacroix got it out wide here to Ben Rioli, steps back in field, gets around Michael Gugliotta, kicks it up to centre half back. Mark taken there and given off very quickly by Dion Gordon. Saints can take it forward. They're doing pretty well. Saints good control of the footy still. Stringer has it out on the wing, comes around with the handball. Ben Rioli gets it, some space to work into, punches inside, knocked away cleverly by Thomas Motlop down there, doing all the defensive work now. You want him up in the forward line, don't you, Thomas Motlop? You've got to kick goals, can't have him in defence.
Yeah, you know, he was a high scoring goal scorer for the Wanderers last year, and if Nightcliff are going to have any chance, they need him up forward, because that's where he plays his best footy, and that's where they need him.
Cal takes the mark a long way out in front of Louis Edgar. He's up on the half-back line for the Tigers, goes along the boundary line and delivered okay, gave it off to Troy Coates again. Coates, we were here just a short time ago in the exact same position. This time a long kick, that's a beauty. Now they can run forward, the Tigers, with Cade Brown. Kicks forward, Mark dropped inside 50. That was a bad drop down there, might have been Elijah Ware. Kick it in fact. Ball left on the ground, a little kick off the ground. Chance to pick it up here for the Tigers was Duncan. Duncan couldn't get it, came out to Johnny Anstes, inside defensive 50. Now kicks to Elijah Ware, goes, in fact it's not Elijah Ware, that's Mark McLean running hard at the footy. Nightcliff with a shot from a long way out, right to the goal line, little push right on the line. I reckon that's a goal.
Great Shepherd on the line there.
It's a terrific goal, didn't pick up who kicked it. Brad, did you get the goal kicker?
Didn't quite pick it up, but their first forward movement in that play there to Jaden Kickett, he should have swallowed that up, and we were saying that Thomas Motlop was playing down defence. That's where Jaden Kickett played the majority of his footy there before he went away across the eastern states, and he played there with NT Thunder and that a few years back, and he's playing up forward. So it's a bit of a strange move from Mo Motlop, but yeah, he should have swallowed that up with the delivery that he just had.
I reckon that might have been Cade Brown that got that, but anyway, we'll give it to Cade Brown. He'll enjoy that. Cade, we'll give it to you. Here they come out of the middle. Thumping kick forward by Doughty. Doughty's kick right down to the goal line. Tigers looking a little bit better now. If they can get another goal, they'll believe. 3-1 to 4-5. Free kick here to St Mary's, and they'll be able to bring it out of defence. Tunderwatch has it.
Tunderwatch just moves it out to the outer side there. I'm not quite sure what the free kick was for. I thought it was high on the Nightcliff player there, but yeah, St Mary's move it out wide, and unfortunately their skills aren't good enough, as young Tip and Woody would have been away there if that kick had come off.
Do you know what? I've given that goal to Doughty. Do you mind if I do that?
Yeah.
I reckon it was him that kicked it, Adam Doughty. Here's a throw-in out on the wing. 4-5 to 3-1. Saints haven't added to their score from quarter time. Nightcliff have kicked a couple, but they're starting to believe the Tigers. Louis Edgar gets it, caught, and he threw it. So pressure going to stay on Saints here. Tigers will be able to take this down. They start to spread down in the forward line a little prematurely. Off the boot of Marlon Motlop. Short kick. Yeah, running along the boundary line. They're able to take the mark out there on the far side of the ground.
Seeing St Mary's,
is that Corrie out there or Collinson?
Collinson's out there. It seems St Mary's just pushing up into that full ground press that Hale has probably implemented following on from the Murray Davis era at NT Thunder. But yeah, just setting on that full press.
Good work on that. Was Dion Gordon getting in the way there to touch that. It was a kick out of the pack. And now they can break quickly, St Mary's, with a kick out wide. Out here to Grabsky, inside defensive 50. Looks up on the wing, has Justin Wilson, who's got his left knee bandaged. Iggy Vallejo trying for the one-handed mark, and he was grabbed by Gugliotta, Anthony Gugliotta, who gave away the free kick. Robbie Hale got there, got hit in the middle of the back. Unlucky not to get the free kick that time. He went in and picked it up anyway, gave it to Shannon Rioli, pushed the ground with the footy, went to the middle with it. Barry Brooks got the handball back. Shannon Rioli one way and then the other, gave it off quickly. Kick forward by Grabsky up towards the half-forward line. Nightcliff have to work hard to get out of pressure. Out of trouble here, pressure on them. Handball comes out wide, gives to Robbie Campbell, can run off half back now. the Nightcliff skipper. Takes a long time to kick it, takes a bounce, has a look. There's not much on offer for him. That's why he was waiting. Has to kick to the wing, and Nightcliff were able to get it. Good work there. Michael Gugliotta just tried to straighten it up to no one in particular. Elijah Ware gets it, goes round the corner, gives it to the dangerous Thomas Motlop. He goes out further, and the Tigers have the mark out there. Unselfish play, because he could have run in and have a shot, but he saw Cowell running forward and he gave it off to him, and Cowell can have a shot from about 45 metres out.
Yeah, good cool head from Thomas Motlop there. I reckon if he was at Wanderers last year, he probably would have had a shot himself.
Now Elijah Ware said, give it to me. He said, I'm the kicker, I'm the goal kicker, and indeed he is. Oh, he lined it up. He got it from Cowell and he just waltzed in and banged it through from about 48 metres out. Beautiful kick from Elijah Ware. He lifts the Tigers back into the contest. All of a sudden, they're within 3 points. 4-5 plays 4-2. 10 minutes gone, second term. St Mary's in front.
Yeah, Elijah Ware just playing himself into the contest now, and obviously playing up forward through obviously placement by Mo Motlop, but yeah, getting himself into the contest by a nice handball from Cowell. I'm not quite sure why he wasn't confident from 40 out, but anyway, Elijah Ware slots through a nice goal, and Justin Wilson comes off for another spell. He's got that left knee heavily taped there, so he might be just struggling with that a bit as he carries it as he walks. So yeah, it could be interesting. St Mary's might be one player down already.
What can we read into this? 3 unanswered goals here from the Tigers at the top of the second term, Brad. And again, they're going forward. Watch the run from them. I'll give you a comment in a minute. Here's the kick down towards the pocket. Too wide, though. Far too wide. Goes out of bounds on the full. 3 unanswered goals. Pretty good performance.
Yeah. I think they've just lifted in their work rate and their intensity around the stoppages, and also just their run and carry. They're moving the ball fast. They're not holding the ball up and bombing it long like they were doing in the first quarter. Moving the ball fast by foot and carrying it, and that's sort of negating the St Mary's press, because they can't get back in time, and they're getting easy possession. So I think that's what the difference is thus far, but it will be interesting to see how they can continue it, because
Kevy Tunderwatch kicks it up towards the wing, punched away from Barry Brooks over the boundary line for a throw-in. Just Julian Lockwood. Haven't seen too much from Lockwood. Let's see him do the rucking work here against Brooks. He holds front position. Let's see how he works this out. Brooks is at the back position. 2 big, strong men. Brooks did best, got the tap down, but the Tigers were there. They won it through. Ashley Duncan sets it up the centre half forward. Diving effort down there for, say, might have been Woodhouse. Didn't take the mark. They need him to fire here, don't they? James Woodhouse. Rolling ball goes back and offline through for a behind. Chased back there by John Anstess. So Saints to bring it back into play. Scores just about level here. 4-5 now plays 4 goals. 3.
Yeah, Lockwood's going to have his work cut out for him as the primary ruckman against Smith and Brooks. There is, I think he just comes off for a bit of a rest, and Liam Johnson's just relieved him. But yeah, Lockwood's going to be the one that's going to be doing the bulk of the work against those 2 bigger blokes. So he's going to need to be managed by Marmolop. Ben
Rioli to Bice to Heath inside defensive 50. Saints playing the chip footy again. Watch him try and spread this out again. The long kick this time from inside defensive 50 out towards the boundary line. Good mark taken out there. What's on offer in the middle? Runner going forward down there is Stringer. That's not the direction they want to go. They'll stay out on that far side of the ground. Little push out. Ball on the ground here for Nightcliff, but Saints can win it up inside the pocket. And strong in defence there, the Tigers have it. And look at the runners going from the centre of the ground. Good use, good foot speed. Thomas Motlop gets there, takes the mark out in front of Stringer. And then a poor kick from him.
Yeah, Thomas just probably needed to obviously push back a little bit. He had a bit more time to get it to Marlon then, and probably just rushed his kick a bit. But yeah, probably could have pushed back a little bit further off the mark. And he knew Marlon was there. The idea was right, just the execution wasn't quite right.
The back, Smith tapped it down. Rioli tapped underneath the footy, stolen there by Troy Coates. And the kick up along the wing. Dion Gordon got there a little late, has given away a free kick. Well, he could hardly pull up. He did reasonably well. There's nothing vicious about that. He got into the back of Michael Gugliotta. Draws the free kick on the wing. Gugliotta. There we go with the Gold Coast Suns for a while. Yeah,
he was on their list before they entered the AFL. So he was playing in the Queensland comp with them for a while, but yeah, never made the primary list once they made the AFL.
Now this ball was definitely out of bounds on the full, and it should be a St Mary's free kick. They talk, the umpires, and they've said it's off hands. Well, they're very lucky, because when he got his hands on that, I'll tell you what, he was a half a metre, almost a metre out of play from the kick from Thomas Motlop. Wasn't a good one. Gugliotta got high, tapped it down. Saints scrambled the kick forward. Rioli, who's been terrific, gave it off to, that's Shannon Rioli, got the second touch, got it back from Iggy Vallejo, went with the right foot, kick to the middle, cleverly knocked away though, straight into the path of Dermot Tippenwoody, who's going to get possession of the footy. He didn't do well enough out there, did Cade Brown. And here goes to Tippenwoody, runs to 50, runs inside 50, gets onto the left boot, goes for goal, misses out to the right. Just run out of puff sometimes, don't you? Marty Corrie to bring the ball back into play for the Tigers.
Yeah, Dermot Tippenwoody, you'd back him on the run there, just probably a little bit too far out, and he'd run his full measure and probably could have taken another bounce there and slotted it through.
Gugliotta Anthony kicks it to Cal, backward of the wing. Tunderwatch on the watch for St Mary's. Strong with the footy. Liam Johnson, the man you mentioned a short time ago, came on as that extra ruckman. Can he kick? Yes, he can. Brings it back into the corridor. Little handball over the top came from Coates. Kick forward by Marlon Motlop to the top of the square. Rolls. Woodhouse, can he get to it? Gets there hard. Handball comes out. Ben Rioli doing pretty good work back there for St Mary's. Kick out wide. Set up for Louis Edgar. He's got a couple to beat. He couldn't beat them. Spillage came out into the hands of James Brown. They got him. They gang tackled him. They put him to ground, did the Saints, and won the free kick. Great ferocious defence from the Saints team players there. Three of them involved in them. Shannon Rioli was one of them. Is the kick up towards the wing. McFarlane knocked it to ground. Darren Guelphy didn't get to the footy. Umpires picked out a free kick.
Jeez, he was hot on that one. Iggy only just took possession of the ball, and again he was trying to take them on, but I just don't think he had enough time to get rid of the ball. But he got pinged for holding the ball there, unfortunately, but it's in the eyes of the beholder, I guess.
Guelphy gave it to Coates. Coates went up forward with the kick. They've dropped the mark down there. St Mary's got in the way and stole it. Was done pretty well. Jack Long went upfield, and he's handed it over as well. Robbie Hale beaten with that handball that went over the top to Thomas Motlop. Got onto the right boot, set it up. Elijah Ware in best position. Two grabs at it, couldn't control the footy over the boundary line. Gee, he's clever, isn't he? He's frustrated with his effort down there. Anstis was with him as well. He worked himself into a beautiful position, couldn't wrap up the mark.
Yeah, he could have wrapped it up and could have put Nightcliff in front with a shot on goal, but it wasn't to be. 3 points the margin. 4-6 plays 4-3. Anstis trying to bullock his way through. He's taken a long time to find form, Johnny Anstis. He started off pretty ordinary, his form, in the first couple of games, but just bit by bit he's become that solid key defender for Saints, hasn't he? Yeah, he's done it for years on end, and as there's a free kick being picked out for, I think it was front on high contact, but I think the St Mary's player got just as much of it as what the young number 12, I think.
This is Coates. Now, what's the difference between St Mary's now and St Mary's in the first quarter, Brad? I mean, everything was in their favour. They've stopped to a walk. They've added 1 point since quarter time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the... I think it's more Nightcliff lifting their work rate around the ground. Getting a lot more production out of their midfield has been a key for Nightcliff, and those blokes such as Marlon and Thomas Motlop getting a lot of the ball, but also I've liked how Brenton Cowles just worked himself into the game in this second quarter. He's getting a lot of the ball and popping up here and there in crucial possessions. They've still got a number of players that haven't really fired, and such as Mark Motlop and the likes of, I don't think Thomas really has fired yet at all yet, so they've still got a couple of guns left in the shelf, and I think it could blow out here, or not blow out, but St Mary's have just got to be on their ball here if they're going to be able to tie them down. Well, 19 minutes in the second quarter is when Nightcliff first got to the front in this match. It's been all St Mary's up till this point, but now the Tigers are in front. 5-3 to 4-6, 3 points the difference. They win another kick forward. St Mary's under pressure now. Kick comes out. Shannon Rioli, probably best man on ground for mine. Shannon Rioli's been terrific. Good mark here for the Tigers. Got a player in short in the middle if they want Coates. No, they go longer instead. Cal comes out. In fact, that's Kickett out, Jaden Kickett. Normally play him on the wing, Jaden Kickett. He's a good player. Goes long to the pocket. And he had two players down there. Didn't make the best of that opportunity. Rolls away. Ben Rioli, the only defender down there.
And that ball rolled over alongside the behind post for a throw-in. Gone past 20 minutes in the second term. Footy from Marara here, round 12 in the NTFL, top of the table. Clash between St Mary's and the Tigers, and Tigers unbeaten. Have a snapshot. That's a magnificent shot for goal. You got to love that.
Yeah, and just as I said, Mark Watlott wasn't anywhere near around the contest, or wasn't involved as much as he probably should, and he just pops up and kicks a nice goal, and that'll get himself going. And there's one bloke that St Mary's really need to keep an eye on, because he can pop up and really damage you, especially around the midfield and across the half-forward line.
Beautiful goal from a standing start, and he just able to curl it away and kick a good goal. Elijah Ware goes back into the middle. Cameron Islet on his trail, follows him there. What a great clash that is. Those two go head-to-head in the middle. Could determine the outcome of this game. Wilson put the ball on the ground. Gee, lucky not to be penalised there. He's grabbed and he put the ball on the ground. You can only get done for that. Scramble kick out of the middle up towards the edge of the square. Ball left behind. Running hard at it is Louis Edgar. Got clear with it. Got it out to Heath. Heath onto the right boot. Kicks it up inside. 50 won't quite make it. Campbell dives at the foot. He couldn't get it. Down there with him, Guelphy as well. Ball towards the boundary line. Robbie Hale got it. Went back to McFarlane. McFarlane comes back in field, and a good mark taken in defence down there. Good play by Nightcliff. Stood up under pressure, and the ball in the hands of Spring. Hugh Spring. And they can run from defence now by Marty Corrie. Oh, clever little handball, Elijah Ware. Wasn't that sweet as you like? Will go forward. This is Collinson.
Smart.
Straight to centre half forward. Chance to have a shot for goal here. Who's this with the footy? Is this Michael Gugliotta?
Yeah, I think it's Googs, yeah.
Normally plays in defence. I remember a game at Nightcliff a few weeks ago. He kicked a bag. He might have got... Did he get 10 or something?
Yeah, he might have a couple of weeks ago. He kicked a few goals.
So here he is directly out in front. The margin is out to 9 points. He loads up and kicks long at goal, hits the post. Disappointing outcome. He loaded it up, he hit it pretty well. But Nightcliff now go to 6 goals for St Mary's, 4-6, so 10 shots apiece. A little more accurate, the Tigers. They took a long time to get their engine purring, the Tigers. But certainly purring at the moment as we go close to quarter time. 21 and a half minutes gone in the second term. Brad Stewart and Charlie King with you from Marara Oval in Darwin. Round 12 of the NTFL competition. The Tigers, unbeaten, normally cellar dwellers. Their coach, Mo Motlop, has really turned them around this year. They've won 11 straight before Christmas, and they're on their way to make it 12 in a row, which might just about be a club record. They haven't won a grand final since 1964, I don't think. Can you believe that?
Jeez, that was well before I've even been thought of, Charlie. So, yeah, let's hopefully they can get themselves up for a shot at the flag.
Kick out wide here by Anstes. When McFarlane starts to get a little upset, he's the barometer for St Mary's. You know, if he's feeling frustrated, generally the whole team's frustrated. He's the last one to get frustrated. Here he goes off the right boot, up towards the wing. Little push-out ball on the ground. Often teams will have a look at the clock now and wait for that siren to go, and this is when you can cough up a goal. Long handball over the top. Josh Heath, littlest man on the ground, gets there with a terrific tackle to hold it up. Tigers couldn't go forward. They thought they could, but they reckoned without Josh Heath.
There's just an injury on the far side there, Charlie, for Nightcliff. I'm not quite sure who it is out there. Maybe Adam Dowdy, I think.
He's a handy player. It's not Robbie Campbell. I thought it was Campbell for a while, but I can see Campbell standing back there at full-back or at centre half-back. Ball held up here again. Josh Heath again involved in all of that. Number 18 there is James Brain for the Tigers. He'll want a bit of this. Doesn't come to him, though. They'll come out of the middle with it. Grabsky caught with the tackle, loses. Cameron Islet's got it. He's in trouble as well. He's going to be penalised. Great tackling, the Tigers. Wow. Yeah,
great tackling pressure from the Tigers there. Really, really good. And Cameron Islet's not the easiest person in the world to tackle. This could be interesting.
Gee, that was... He's going to get the free kick. He's done pretty well, James Brain. The interchange player came on, ran straight at him. Brain was the only one going for the footy, and that's why he's got the free kick. Is he okay? They're thinking of a blood rule? Yes, it's a blood rule. He's copped one where in the head. Gee, it was a pretty heavy tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and the player
Stringer's just come straight off. He's hurt himself in that contest, and
Stringer's done an arm, hasn't he?
yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but yeah, he's put the pressure on young fella there, and I think he took his eyes off the ball, and he might be finding himself lucky if he's not fronting the tribunal next week.
He might have an appointment. Little short kick from Marlon Motlop to Michael Gugliotta out on the wing for the Tigers. The quarter belongs to them after trailing by 22 points at quarter time. They're a chance here to extend their lead. They lead by 10 points, so it's a 32-point turnaround for the team that's unbeaten before Christmas. And the siren brings to an end the first half. Has been a terrific game of footy in the first half. A game of 2 quarters, if I can say that, with Nightcliff kicking all the goals in that quarter. They kicked 5 goals. St Mary's didn't kick a goal at all. St Mary's led by 22 points at quarter time, but Nightcliff have turned it around. Brad Stewart to lead at half time, 6-4 to 4-6, a margin of 10 points.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how St Mary's can combat what was a spirited Nightcliff performance in that quarter. I think their tenacity, their aggression at the ball, and also their production out of their midfield was what really turned them around that quarter. Marlon Motlop got into the game, Elijah Ware and the likes of Dowdy, and also, as I mentioned, was it Martin Corrie? Oh no, Brenton Cowell just worked himself into the game and got some crucial possession around the midfield and across the half-forward line. So St Mary's didn't really look like penetrating their forward line, and when they did, it just came out way too easily. So interesting to see what Hale has for them in the second half. But yeah, they're going to have to shut down the production from the likes of the midfield in the Nightcliff Tigers. So
Comments there by Brad Stewart. So at half time, Nightcliff by 10 points. Just quickly, the goal kickers, the only one multiple goal kicker, that's Elijah Ware, got them both in that quarter for Nightcliff. Dowdy has a goal, Coates has a goal, Thomas Motlop and Marlon Motlop each have goals for Nightcliff. And for St Mary's, Cameron Island, Dermot Tippenwoody, Ryan Smith and Shannon Rioli. At half time here in this round 12 match from Marara Oval in Darwin, it's the Tigers in front at half time, leading St Mary's by 10 points. Nightcliff 6-4, St Mary's 4-6. Ready? This is see my. We're not ready yet. Second half about to get underway. Both players, both teams out there. Players, the two ruckmen stand against each other. Ryan Smith and Julian Lockwood. Haven't seen too much of an influence from either of those players. They might have a lot to do though on the outcome of this game. Get some comments from Brad Stewart in a moment as Ashley Manakaris holds the ball aloft to get the second half underway with Nightcliff in front by 10 points. They trail by 22 points at quarter time, and then that stunning second quarter when they kick 5 unanswered goals and they're leading 6-4 to 4-6. Stack of players here. Shannon Rioli still continuing on with his good work out of the middle. Scramble kick goes forward off the boot of Elijah Ware down in towards the forward line for Nightcliff. Nightcliff kick an early goal here. They're going to be hard to stop. James Brain with the footy goes to the short kick and Motlop on the charge. Thomas Motlop takes the mark and will have a shot. First chance for a goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, good start from the Tigers coming out of out of the midfield there, and a nice smart kick from James Brain to spot up Thomas Motlop. Kicked it to space and Motlop just ran onto the ball rather than kicking it to the player. So yeah, really well executed football there from the Tigers.
Just about back in from here. Anstess on the mark. He sprays it off to the right and misses and scrapes it in for a behind. Might be a costly miss later on in this match. I've got a feeling it's going to be that sort of match, so I think it'll get pretty close towards the end. Saints, you've got a feeling, you've still got a bit left in the tank, haven't they, Brad?
Yeah, St Mary's always find a way to get themselves and to keep themselves in the contest, but they are a premiership team, and they find a way during the third quarter, which is notably the premiership quarter, to get themselves into a winning position to close out the match. So never count them out. Justin Cooper went to Kevin Tunderwatch, who's playing in the back line. We've lost our vision here. Let's see if we can get it back. With the kick and the mark taken there by Anthony Gugliotta. There we are. Kicks along the boundary line. Good mark taken there by Collinson. Joey Collinson asked him play on, goes along the boundary line. He's kicked that out of bounds on the full. There's been a few times we've seen that today. They're flirting with death a bit, I guess, trying to kick along the boundary line. Good players can do it. You've got to be able to swing the ball around the arc of the boundary, don't you, Brad? That's the trick. Yeah, you've got to probably learn the art of kicking a little bit harder than a bit more. But again, Collinson probably could have looked inboard. He's probably in the right part of the field to look inside. James Brain, now the run forward is Motlop. It's Marlon Motlop goes forward with the kick, and the best little big man in town takes a very good strong mark down there. James Woodhouse. He's small, but he plays tall. He's very, very good. Handball across into the hands of Troy Coates. Goes over the top. They can run forward. Here's Woodhouse again off the right boot. Tries to curl it round. Manages to bring it back a little bit, but still can only get a minor score. So add a point to that, and the lead is out to a goal, I reckon now. It'll be 6-6 to 4-6. It'll be 12 points, the difference. Yeah, Woodhouse there obviously lacking the kicking ability to make the distance there, but he just handballed it to Thomas Motlop, who was just standing still. Probably Thomas needed to be on the move there to make any difference. Ben Rioli was easily be able to close him down and shut that movement off. So yeah, Thomas just needs to be on the move there instead of being standing still. Kevin Tunderwatch's kick wasn't the best. Josh Heath hung on
Very, very well. He did magnificently well. And he's drawn a free kick. They'll run on with advantage. Justin Cooper sends it forward. Ryan Smith, the target, gets over the top. They have to clean up at the back, the Tigers. They can knock it out a little bit wide. They've done pretty well here. And they'll get it out wide to the far side of the ground, and they can run it forward off the leg speed of Marlon Motlop. Scoots down the wing on the far side. He's out on the grandstand, out on the scoreboard side rather. Kicks upfield and gets Woodhouse again, who was very quiet in the first half. Couple of early touches. He might be the man they'll be looking for. We'll bring it back across the 50-metre arc. Give it to Coates, who goes even further, and they set it up at centre half forward. Mark taken there by Duncan. Duncan goes across a little further to Ware, the man who can kick a goal from anywhere, Elijah Ware, with the cherry boots on.
Yeah, really good movement from the Nightcliff players there, just moving across the field and as to the fat side, as they call it, where the plenty of space was opened up for Elijah Ware to move into. And we're right behind this one, Charlie, so let's ride it home.
Starts it out to the left and swings it back. There's an educated kick. Seen a couple kicked out from there today, and that was a beauty. Elijah Ware gets the goal that they wanted. He's got 3 for the match now, 2 in the second term, and the first goal of the third term to the man from Central Districts. The lead now out to 18 points. Saints stuck on the score that they had at quarter time was 4-5. They've added a point since that time, and since quarter time, Nightcliff have kicked 6 goals, 5. Would you believe it?
6 goals, 5. Obviously a little bit errant kicking, but they're getting the ball inside their 450, which they weren't doing in the first quarter. And when you get the ball in the 450 as much as they're doing, you're bound to kick some points. But if they could be a lot more in front, if they just only kicked a little bit straighter, I guess.
Julian Lockwood wins the tap down, did it beautifully too. Can't quite get a handle on it. The runner going forward with the ball this time, Joey Collinson, he's nailed. Managed to get the handball away though to keep it down inside the 50-metre line. Ball pushed out wide there by James Brain to the boundary line. Anthony Gugliotto getting there a little too late. Couldn't get it, and the ball beats him over the boundary line. So the boundary umpire to throw it in, 7-6 to 4-6. 5 minutes tick by in the third term. Nightcliff in front. Ryan Smith from the back. Reaches over the top of Lockwood, got his hands on it, read beautifully. Marlon Motlop goes off the left boot, punches it up inside 50. Oh, it's picked up beautifully there. And the little kick was terrific into the hands of Thomas Motlop. Marlon Motlop rather, but the kick was a beauty, wasn't it, from Troy Coates on the charge. And now Motlop can have a shot. Marlon Motlop got a goal in the second term. This is not beyond him. Absolutely not beyond him. Almost directly out in front. Will kick from just inside 50. Brad, you'll back him?
Yeah, I'll back him, but he's kicked it nice and hard. Nice kick.
Gee, it's a good kick. It's a good goal. So he becomes a multiple goal kicker. The other multiple goal kicker for the Tigers is Elijah Ware. He's got 3. And Nightcliff continue on. Would you believe it? Now out to 24 points after being 22 points down. That's at quarter time. That's a 46-point turnaround. Extraordinary.
Yeah, massive turnaround. And as in the first quarter with Nightcliff, they weren't getting production out of their midfield. It's completely opposite now. The Nightcliff Tigers are getting their hands on the ball early, but yeah, Cammy Eilert needs to work himself into the game. Probably a little bit not match fit, I guess. Shannon Rioli had a stellar probably first quarter and a half, but really hasn't touched the ball a hell of a lot since. So those are the sorts of players they need to fire if they're going to get themselves back into this contest.
Stapleton went in at ground level, did pretty well to get it. Saints have just come awake now. They know this game's slipping away from them. Joshy Heath gets it, goes forward, cut off in defence by Campbell. Robbie Campbell's going to get the ball. Yes, he is. He had his hands on it and then might have been pushed out of the contest. So he has it at fullback. Probably not his best outing for the year. Just his presence, though, is a big bonus for the Tigers, isn't it? That man back there.
Yeah, just shores them up down the back line, a cool head, and I think it's a trait of successful clubs up in the territory with their backmen. Probably got a little bit of age and experience. But Wanderers have got Johnny Bonson back there. He's got a cool, calm head. St Mary's have Johnny Ansters back there as well. So they sort of have similar traits, which one cool head down there to keep everything in check and under control.
3 fumbles from Nightcliff then, which is extraordinary, but they do come away with it. Here's Doughty, sets it right up in the pocket. They made a real mess of that after some good run to take the ball down there with Gelfie and Lockwood working together, and then 3 fumbles and then a poor kick out of bounds on the full. and St Mary's were able to get the ball back. That was really, they were in such authority taking that ball forward. You expected them to kick a goal, and they didn't, the Tigers. They made a mess of it.
Yeah, made a bit of a mess of it. They moved the ball swiftly around the outer side, and it's probably the change of their play from the first quarter is that moving the ball fast and by foot, and nice long swooping kicks, and yeah, unfortunately they couldn't finish off the play.
The Jack Long kick out towards the wing, just short of, towards the boundary line. Cam Island wants a bit of it. They go at him hard, grab him high, ducked his head, but he's going to get the free kick anyway. Brings it back in field, measured over the top of Stringer. It came off earlier on with a hand injury. Ball left on the ground. Hard work there by Dermot Tippenwoody. Got to it first time. Second effort from him, fantastic. Third effort, pretty good as well. Got it out to a teammate. Handball back to Josh Heath. Onto the right boot he goes. Squeezed it across the half-back line. Risky play here for the Saints. Got there quickly. Woodhouse goes backwards with a long handball. Gave it off to Cade Brown. Chips it out wide. Chance here, ball in the hands of James Brain. Goes for goal from a long way out, right at the goal square. They want a crummer. The Tigers, they couldn't. The crummer was Ben Rioli. Went with a terrific kick. Bouncing ball out there in the direction of Barry Brooks. The big man lopes away. Gives it to Shannon Rioli. Kick turns on the afterburners. Comes off the wing. Punches it up to centre half forward. Ryan Smith in good position here. Couldn't complete the mark. It got knocked away from him. He went looking for it second time. Just couldn't quite get to it. Campbell ran from a long way. Goes towards the boundary line cleverly. Let it roll over the boundary line. And St Mary's chances dried up, and Nightcliff played it pretty well to get it over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Yeah, you mentioned that there was no crummers up the Nightcliff end. It was similar to the St Mary's end. That's the sort of play that sort of plays into the hands of the likes of Dermot Tippenwoody, and he was really nowhere to be seen.
This rolling ball is going to go through for a behind. They'll let that go through. The Tigers are happy to concede the behind. Straight up the corridor they go. Good play from them. Ball hit on the chest to Mark McLean. Onto the right boot he goes now. Kicks it out wide. Shannon Rioli, front position. Ooh, might have had a little hold of him. He's got the free kick.
Yeah, Shannon Rioli's pace there, just worrying the Nightcliff defender, and yeah, just caught a bit of his jumper.
Want a mark here. Ryan Smith at the back. He's the rover. He done it beautifully. He snuck in behind them. How could you not see Ryan Smith coming in behind the back? He snuck in like a rover, read it off the pack, kicked a beaut goal.
Yeah, just doing Dermot Tippenwoody's job for him there. Just, yeah, I suppose read the play off the back of the pack and kicked a nice, neat goal. But yeah, just came from that errant tug of the jumper with Shannon Rioli's pace. They don't like him to get away from him, and yeah, just earned himself a free kick and got it in forward, nice and long and hard, which is catches the defence unawares, and yeah, lo and behold, a goal results.
Well, from quarter time, the goal drought for St Mary's was all of the second quarter and 10 minutes of the third quarter. That's how long it's been since they've kicked their last goal, but they're back now and they close the gap within 18 points. 5-6 plays 8-6, and again Josh Heath gets it out of the middle. Iggy Vallejo maybe into the middle, let him run the ball out of there, might be a good chance for Saints. Not quite getting it out the middle the way they want it.
Yeah, Iggy Vallejo is one of those heads that you probably need in there alongside Cammy Eilert, but I think Hale's using Eilert and Vallejo in tandem, so but I think, yeah, get him in there for a quick 5-minute spell to give him a bit of a boost.
Gee, good tackling here from St Mary's. Gets up the Cameron Island inside 50, goes over the top, waiting for it. There was McFarlane, couldn't get it. Cameron Island did pretty well. Nightcliff get in each other's way there. Had the footy for a while. Marlon Motlop lost it. Pack of players come over the top. They're trying to get it clear. They're going to have to ball this up at 50. Can't see a free kick in any of that. Umpire's going to ball it up right at the 50. St Mary's just all of a sudden have woken up. You can feel them coming out of the slumber, can't you?
Yeah, he's paid to holding the ball there. Jared Collins. I think someone might have dragged it in, and Tippenwoody's just jumped on top of him and, yeah, got a free kick. But, yeah, St Mary's have obviously got the kick that they need, and they've just worked themselves back into this contest late in the midway through this third quarter. At
50 off the left boot. Goal in the first quarter to Dermot Tippenwoody. He's hit that sweetly, and he's just missed it. Gone through for a behind. So a minor score for Saints would have been a big goal for them. 5-7 plays 8-6. Tigers to bring it back into play. Little short kick into the back pocket. Mark taken there by James Brain. Goes further upfield, gives it off to Anthony Gugliotto. They've got it outside the defensive 50 now, up towards the wing. Thunderwatch came across too cleverly, knocked it over the boundary line. The two number 10s going against each other. Kevin Thunderwatch from St Mary's and Michael Gugliotto from Nightcliff. Throw in directly in front of us here. We're up in the grandstand at Marara Oval in Darwin. Round 12 of the NTFL. Punch down, ball towards the boundary line. Motlop in front position. Marlon Motlop sees it over the boundary line. Josh Heath. St Mary's in the green and gold. And Nightcliff, the Tigers. 11 wins in a row if you've just joined us. After being cellar dwellers for many, many years, the Tigers have themselves sitting on top of the NTFL Premiership table at the moment, and this knock through is pretty good, and the runner playing going forward. Shannon Rioli kicks a beauty. Whoa, Shannon Rioli. He's still best for Saints tonight, I reckon. Yeah,
still best on ground for them, but yeah, again, just pops up and gets himself into the right position. But a smart tap on there by Justin Cooper for St Mary's, just tapping the ball over the back of his head and into the path of Shannon Rioli, who finished off the good work with a nice, classy finish that we know the Rioli family is famous for. So, yeah, really good finish. And, yeah, St Mary's just working themselves back into this contest, and only 2 goals deficit, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting finish to this quarter to see who comes out on top.
2 goals each in this quarter. Marlon Motlop and Elijah Ware kick goals for the Tigers. Ryan Smith, Shannon Rioli reply for St Mary's from the middle. Brooks does the tap down. Cameron Island doing the hard work in the middle. Gave it off to Stringer. Gave it back to Cameron Island. Oh, he's the barometer, isn't he? Goes with the kick up forward. Little push out on McFarlane. Ryan Smith back there. Here's the dangerous Shannon Rioli. Kicked out from underneath his nose. Gets out towards Stapleton, couldn't get it. Tigers get across there through Doughty. Ball comes back into the edge of the 50-metre line. Pack of players go over the top. They've drawn a free kick, the Saints. Stapleton's going to get it. He's a long way out from goal. Kick and a half. He can't kick it from there. Sees Iggy Vallejo. Goes around the arc. Has to go back and do it all over again. He's got to get back in line behind the man on the mark.
Yeah, Doughty just probably should have given the first ball out, and again didn't give his first option out, and the umpire deemed that having prior opportunity and got done for holding the ball. Good sticking tackle there from Stapleton. Gives his chance team another shot at goal.
Kick and a half from goal. Right to the top of the square. Gets over the back. Tigers fumble just a little bit. They can work it clear. Now they've done it well with the kick that came out from pressure into the hands of Troy Coates. Takes the mark there in front of Justin Cooper. Goes out further. Gives it to Michael Gugliotta inside defensive 50. Dermot Tippenwoody, who's kicked a goal in the first quarter. Kick from there towards Woodhouse, knocked over the boundary line. Some good work being done there by Jack Long. Good reliable defender. Woodhouse stands at the interchange area. No one picks him up. Now Ben Rioli goes to him. Pay him the respect that he deserves. He's such a dangerous player. Here's the throw in. Brooks, front position, went with the right hand, couldn't get it. Stolen from there. Hale with a high kick. Robbie Hale up towards half forward. Good mark. Solid defensive mark. That's a beauty, wasn't it? Terrific at the back. Mark taken there by Cade Brown into the middle. They got on the break now, and the number 44 Cowell onto the right boot to centre half forward. That's a poor kick.
Wasteful.
Straight into the hands of Anstess. Johnny was almost calling for it and got it delivered perfectly to him. Stapleton, what a good defender he is. Out wide, Tunderwatch. Here he goes, up towards the wing. Tigers here with good position. They try to reach over the top. St Mary's couldn't get it. Scoop pickup was a beauty. They can run forward. Marlon Motlop, a couple of goals to his name, kicks it up forward. Saints in the way again. Johnny Anstess. He's the go-to player for the Tigers, isn't he? Johnny Anstess at the moment is Ben Rioli. Between the half-back line and the wing. Goes across a little further. Just edging forward, not much in the middle. Iggy Vallejo giving directions there. They're not going to go anywhere near him from the centre of the ground. Gets over the top. Foot race here now. I know who I'm going to back if he can get to the footy. He was lucky not to be called for a trip both times there on Justin Cooper. Little push forward. Gets at the back. Dermot Tippenwoody. He's got it. Dermot Tippenwoody goes for goal. He's missed again.
Screwed it.
He's missed a couple, hasn't he?
Yeah, just screwed it a little bit too much over his right shoulder there. But usually that's his bread and butter.
Should have given it to the other rover, Ryan Smith, who was down there with him as well. There he is with his hands on his head, the number 20, the ruckman. Kicked a couple of goals, one in the first quarter, one in the third. Tigers go along the boundary line to try and work this ball out. Number 33 there wants it. Is Cade Brown. They didn't go to him, though. There you're in trouble. He's dispossessed. That's a terrible mistake. Cameron Island says, thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, Adam Doughty won't believe that when he looks at the if he gets to look at the reel of it. It was a terrible mistake. Good goal for Saints. A terrific goal. Cameron Island kicked it.
Yeah, just basic skill errors again, and something that we've probably come to expect from both these sides, that they've made, both teams tonight have made really basic skill errors, and that coming at a crucial time in the match from Dowdy there. The kick coming back across and trying to switch the play up, but again, just a little bit too casual, and Cameron Islet just pounces, and as we say, St Mary's just prey on those mistakes.
Elijah Ware doing the good work to Troy Coates. Goes forward again. This is better. And Woodhouse takes the mark. They've been able to do this, Nightcliff, all year, haven't they? That when teams challenge them, they can go back and find the goal that they need. The margin is just out to 4 points. He can stretch it back to 10, which was the margin at half-time, if Woodhouse can kick his first goal for today. And you'd back him, you know, he's a good kick. He gets hold of this. He might have gave it too much. He did. Tried to kick it too hard for mine. Kicked it behind.
He just popped it up in the air. Probably should have kicked through the ball a bit more instead of leaning back on it, and you probably lose a little bit of your accuracy that way. But yeah, it's a bit hard to see when you work so hard for your goals and then Nightcliff just get an easy centre break and a shot on goal within seconds. So those sorts of things St Mary's want to stamp out quick smart if they're going to have anything to do with winning this match. Beautiful
moon over the top of us, and Buzz Aldrin's footprints will be up there somewhere. Here's the kick from St Mary's, straight up the middle of the centre. That's a whopping kick, get right over the back. Tigers were back there, luckily, and Marty Corrie threads it out wide. Marlon Motlop goes to the danger area at centre half forward. Ball got on the ground, a little bit of holding on for the Tigers there. Scramble kick comes out. Michael Gugliotto snaps and misses, kicks it out of bounds on the full. Tigers have had many chances, really, in this 20 minutes of this quarter. They probably could have kicked another 2 or 3 goals and really haven't capitalised on it.
Yeah, haven't capitalised, and again, they're getting, both sides probably getting a lot of the ball, but yeah, Nightcliff having those shots on goal could come back to haunt them later on in this game.
Iggy Vallejo. What's happened with Anthony, his brother? I spoke to him the other day. He was keen to play, he told me. He can't get out of the twos. That's the problem. He wants to get to some senior games. He's got a milestone, I think, coming up that he's keen to get. Some hard run there by Anthony Gugliotto. Left the footy behind, but his second effort was good. And the little squeeze kick forward, James Brain worked a treat. Further, Ashley Duncan to the middle. And now the target is going to be Thomas Motlop in good position. If he doesn't get the mark, he's going to get the free kick. Well, that's a professional free kick, isn't it?
Yeah, professional free kick from Tanawatch there. Didn't really want to give him the easy ball and let him take the mark and run around him. So again, probably just took the onus upon himself to do something and just to stop his run, because Thomas in that instance probably would take the mark, run around you and make you look silly.
Chance to kick this. He's given it plenty. Starts it out to the right. The old spiral. Lands in the pocket. And a mark taken there, yeah, by Cade Brown. They're hard to mark, those spirals. Can you kick them, Brad?
No. Can't at all. Can't kick over a jam tin myself.
Well, here's a chance for a man tucked away in the toughest kick. Cade Brown in the opposite pocket from where it's impossible. And he goes with it, and it's not impossible. He just threads it straight through the middle. Goals are easy to kick here at Marara. Cade Brown gets an important goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, an important goal, and yeah, it was interesting kick from Thomas Motlop, but again, it got in deep, and when the ball gets in deep, and as much as and often as it is within the Nightcliff forward line, you're bound to get some reward eventually, and I'm not quite sure how that mark came about to Cade Brown, but again, finished off the good work with a nice, classy check side.
Andy goal 9-7, plays 7-8, margin out to 9 points. Who's the premiership favourite at this point in the season? Brad?
I've still got Nightcliff down as a favourite. They've really, like you've said, every time someone's challenged them, they've always risen to the occasion and found a way to get over the line. And tonight's no different. Every time St Mary seem to be putting up something or some form of fight, they seem to just nudge their way and keep their noses in front. I still think they're the favourite, but then again, the competition's quite even at the top this year, and Tiwi Bombers are still there and thereabouts. Similarly, the St Mary's Footy Club playing as well tonight. Never count them out. They're a team that always finds a way to win come finals time. Ever since I've been in the territory, they've always found that way to win, especially coming around 16, 17, 18, and especially in the finals. They just find that way and that will to win, and they'll want to atone for the grand final loss last year.
Now, who's come off with a Guernsey that was absolutely in tatters? I don't know if you can pick that up, but he'll come out with a different Guernsey. I can tell you that. Here's the kick towards McFarlane. Got away from him. The dangerous Shannon Rioli sniffing at the footy. Umpire picks a free kick out of it. Tigers will get it. Yes, I think a feature of Nightcliff's play this year, Brad, is they don't get flustered. Nothing bothers them. They believe in the game plan that they've got, and they just stay with it, and it pays dividends. Well, it has 11 games in a row. Who's to say it won't be 12 as this terrific kick hits Michael Gugliotto on the chest. Dion Gordon will stand about 35 metres from goal, 45-degree angle. We're directly behind him.
Collinson there, just a nice, classy kick to Gugliotto, who presented up well at the ball carrier.
It just swings away. You've got to aim just inside that left goalpost, because the breeze does blow across from left to right across those goals. That's why it's difficult to kick goals there, except for those Nightcliff players who kicked it a short time ago. Here's the ball to be brought in by Johnny Anstes. What have we gone? 23 minutes. So it's going to be set up to an epic last quarter, I reckon. Tunderwatch. Defensive 50, serviceable game. Is that Tunderwatch?
Yeah, definitely serviceable. He's one of those dogged defenders that always doesn't give you an inch and always makes you earn your kicks. He's always there and thereabouts, and he's very physical in the way he plays his footy. He doesn't like being beaten, and always finds a way to really get under your skin. He's one of those players that just nags away at you at that annoying length. So.
He had a stint with the Tiwi Bombers, didn't he? They won against Darwin yesterday. Whopping score, 38-22, the Bombers to Darwin's 6-6. The other matches, Wanderers beat Southern Districts 15-8 to 12-13. And Palmerston upset Waratahs to score only their third win for the year. They won 20 goals, 14 to 7-6. Waratah, of course, had Brendan Favola playing for them, and Pettifer and a whole range of players, but they've lost their way the last 6 games. Here's a shot from Stapleton. Tries to curl it back. Stays out to the right and gets it behind. Yes, 6 wins in a row to Waratah. And then in the next 6 games, 5 losses and a draw. Yes. High-scoring draw against the Tiwi Bombers, I must say.
Yeah, very high-scoring draw. And, it's going to be interesting to see how they can fight themselves back, because they can definitely fall out of the top 5 if they don't get a win on the board. They've got Darwin next week, so you would almost think that's a win up for them, a chalk a win up for them, but they've got Wanderers the following week, which probably will be the match of the round in round 14 in the Australia Day game, which will probably be the tail of the tape if they can make the finals. If Wanderers get over that game, that only leaves them 2 points out of the top 8. So
and they're the reigning premiers, of course. Had that terrific win last year against St Mary's in the grand final, Wanderers, and their season's been pretty ordinary up until the last couple of weeks. I think they've won 3 in a row now. A terrific win against Tars, and then that great win yesterday. It was a beauty against Southern Districts. Here's Shannon Rioli again, weaving his magic here at Marara. Kicks it down towards Cameron Island. Ball towards the boundary line. Corrie doing some work down there. Nightcliff again, terrific under pressure. And they'll run this from defence. Joe Collinson goes for a gallop along the grandstand wing in front of us here at Marara. Punches up forward. Great kick. Kicked it beautifully. And Thomas Motlop takes a super mark and then sets it up. Now it's 2-on-2 down here. Jack Long is down there as well. Clever mark taken though by the brilliant Marlon Motlop. And he'll have a shot. Marlon Motlop's got 2 already. Played with North Adelaide, Marlon?
Yeah, I think North Adelaide it was. And just decided to, in the off-season, obviously didn't get re-picked up in the pre-season draft.
Look, just have a look who's in his hip pocket. Elijah Ware stands right alongside him, says, you can give it to me if you want, cuz I'll kick it. But he's going to go for it, Marlon Motlop, sorry about that. And he kicks for goal and he delivers. He didn't have to give it to Elijah Ware. He kicks the goal, kicks his 3rd for the match. So he draws alongside Elijah Ware, who's got 3 as well. They're the leading goal scorers for both teams. Both those players have 3 goals. So St Mary's now have to find a little bit extra in this last quarter. So it's 10 goals, 8 to 7, 9 closing in on 3/4 time. Yeah,
just over under 3 goal margin there, and the movement of the Nightcliff players out of the back half there Really good foot skills from young Joey Collinson to hit Thomas Motlop, but the key there was to move the ball fast. Once he took his mark, he swung around straight away and got the ball in nice and fast, giving the St Mary's defenders no chance to lock down on the defence.
Ryan Smith wins the tap out of the middle. Cameron Island wins the kick out of the middle, down towards half forward, a little bit of pushing. Barry Brooks down there. Tigers lose it. They knock it out wide again. They don't want to give Saints a goal here. Saints, if they dream that they can win, they invariably will. Here's the kick that drops a little short back towards the boundary line. Good play out here. Chip kick came out cleverly by Doughty. Went out wide, and the Tigers relieved the pressure just as they've done all night. Back along the boundary line. No urgency in them. They don't need to. Marlon Motlop kicked the goal a short time ago. He's down at the other end of the ground. Is the kick up towards the wing. Rolls towards the boundary line and seen over down there. Mark McLean involved in that. I think it's Mark McLean out there.
Clean and Elijah Ware just seeing the ball over.
So closing in on three-quarter time here. A big last quarter coming up. Ryan Smith does the tap down, gathered in this time by Grabsky. Cam Islet. Ryan Smith. Tunderwatch. Kick the centre half forward. Where's McFarlane? Little push. He just hasn't quite got to the footy. Tigers go back in defence and they back each other up. Oh, just a dangerous bounce down there. Ball still stays there. That's some clever work down there by Doughty, who did very, very well. That's him there again, Doughty. Second effort, but that's a high tackle. Tigers going to get out of... Oh, gee, unlucky not to get a free kick. Yeah, looked like a high tackle to me.
Yeah, Brent LeCras just a little bit too aggressive there with where his hands were.
Here's Iggy Vallejo, goes backwards, handball out to Cooper. Cooper goes for goal and he's got it. He sets it up for Saints in the last quarter now. That was a great goal. They mucked around just a little bit too much down there, the Tigers. Should have got that ball clear. They didn't. And they were a little unlucky, though, I must say. I still thought there was a free kick down there. But Cooper gets the goal anyway. And Saints put themselves in a position where they can still win this match. Plenty left in it. Gee, it's a long quarter. We've gone 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30-minute quarter. And, just the Nightcliff Tigers is lacking and picking up Cooper there. I think it was Joey Collinson just giving Cooper just too much leeway. And I think he was about 10 metres off him at that stoppage. And St Mary's got the ball there and just a nice hand pass out from Iggy Vallejo, and Cooper finished off the good work.
It was 4 goals each in this third quarter. Dion Gordon onto the ball here, and they can run it out through Jack Long. He didn't do the best with the kick, and dropping the mark out there, Marlon Motlop, who should have got it. Cameron Islet comes away with the footy, emerges from the wing, punches it along to the half forward line. Ball dropped down there, should have been taken, that mark by Marty Corrie. He didn't get it. Here's a pressure kick. LeCras misses out to the right, rolls over the boundary line. A point would have been the better result for the Tigers, but it's gone out of bounds alongside the behind post for a throw in.
Yeah, Tigers can't be much to go in this quarter here. Tigers really need to lock down. There's a sounds in the middle of time off, but anyway.
What a great third quarter it was. It's set up for a beauty, isn't it? Nightcliff leading at three-quarter time over St Mary's. 10 goals, 8 to 8-9. St Mary's led by 22 points at quarter time. The Tigers by 10 at half time. It is set up for a terrific last quarter. Just quickly, the multiple goal kickers for Nightcliff. 3 goals to Marlon Motlop and 3 goals to Elijah Ware. And for St Mary's, they've got 3 multiple goal kickers. Cameron Island has a couple, Ryan Smith 2, and Shannon Rioli has 2 as well. So three-quarter time here, and the Tigers lead St Mary's 10 goals 8 to 8 goals 9. Last quarter about to get underway. The scoreboard attendant has changed the score back to 10 points the difference. We thought it was 11. That's what they had up there. But it's 10-8 to 8-10. Nightcliff in front of St Mary's, and it's down in the half-forward line with Dermot Tippenwoody onto the footy, dispossessed. Elijah Ware, he knows the importance of a goal here. Oh, Dermot Tippenwoody on the backup, who's going to run in and kick a goal. He has. He's the danger man, isn't he? The X factor. They can't stop him when he gets hold of it. He's probably had about 4 opportunities to kick goals. Only got one of them, but he's got his second goal for the match right there in the last quarter.
Yeah, Dermot Tippenwoody just pouncing on the loose ball. Justin Cooper, I think, was just getting slung around in the tackle there with his arms free and managed to slip the handball out to Tippenwoody, and who slotted through a nice goal. And St Mary's really needed that one to really press for a last-minute charge to snaffle this game from the Tigers.
4 points the difference. 68 plays 64 here. Hold on to your seats. Ryan Smith with the tap down. They've got running in the middle there, Robert Hale doing some of the work. Tigers can't get clear. Heath couldn't pick it up. Saints just bulldogged their way through. It went backwards off the hands of Rioli illegally. And it's going to come back to the centre. It's going to be a Nightcliff free kick. Elijah Ware to get it. Well, he's the first one to line up. Pick me, sir, he said to the man in red. And now 50 metres. So there was a little bit of holding on, was there?
I think someone's ran through the mark, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure who it was, but yeah, I think...
Well, if the umpire keeps going, Ware's going to kick this. That's a good 50 metres, I tell you. He was well on the other side of the centre circle. Yeah,
definitely.
And he's now going to have a shot from about 45 metres.
Yeah, and this will really dent the confidence of St Mary's after their quick early goal.
Well, no better man than old Cherry Boots to have a shot, I can tell you. Goes close to the man on the mark, pumps it along and kicks the goal. She's a good player. I've rarely seen a player come up from other parts of Australia and make such an impact on a football club as that man there, Elijah Ware. Yeah,
definitely. He's come into this Nightcliff side and he's really torn sides apart with his ability to break the lines, and he can do it up both ends of the ground, which is really good to see. He gets in the midfield, does his job, but also goes forward and kicks crucial goals at crucial times for his side, which is really good to see.
Can he win the Nichols medal? That's the equivalent of the Brownlow for people who don't know, the best and fairest as voted by the umpires.
I tell you what, he wouldn't be far off being one of the guys up there for the favourite. I wouldn't know on who's getting votes, but I tell you what, he wouldn't be far off it, I think.
I'm sure you know, Brad, but you're not going to tell us. Grabbed high McFarlane, got a free kick at 50. Shannon Rioli helped set that up. You're going to defend yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to defend myself. I don't have a privy to any of those votes, unfortunately. They're under lock and key, just like the Brownlow, kept in the safe.
Josh Heath has it. So they're trading goals here. Elijah Ware, the answering goal after Dermot Tippenwoody kicked one in the first couple of minutes. Heath gives it plenty. He gives it a hoof. He's kicked a beauty. Josh Heath from a long way out kicks a big goal for St Mary's in the last quarter.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure whether he was going to have the legs, pardon the pun, on that one. But yeah, he's given it a good old roost and slotted it home and backed himself in, which most people should do when you've got a chance to kick a goal and you know you can make the distance. We'll have a crack, because the worst thing you can do is do a short pass to a 50-50 and turn the ball over. So. Well,
he was entrusted with that responsibility by Peter McFarlane, who had the ball at 50, and a noted goal kicker. He said to his much smaller teammate, who was just inside 50, not that much closer, he said, you kick it, and he kicked it. There he is on the wing, number 42 for St Mary's, standing alongside Marlon Motlop. Tigers now with the fight on their hand, still out to 4 points. Heath again, backwards to Anstess, kicks it out to the wing. Brooks takes it on the run on the wing, gets on the right boot, punches forward, knocked away. Defensively done by the Tigers. They stand up pretty well in defence. Ball towards the boundary line, held in the hands there of Doughty. Somehow got free. Back to McFarlane. McFarlane with the little punch into Eilert, takes a strong mark. He is strong of body, and there was nothing that the Tigers could do there. Cade Brown was right with him but couldn't stop him.
Yeah, Cam Wright's got probably one of the best sets of hands I know outside of the AFL competition. He gets himself square on with the ball, and very rarely does he get outmarked in a marking contest. Takes so many contested marks, and just he's so strong and across the shoulders there. He just takes marks hands over fist.
Can put the Saints in front here, stabs at it, swings it out to the right, hasn't learnt. Aim at the left goalpost when you're kicking that way. Come along to the Charlie King goal kicking a class, which will be held on a Wednesday night at 5 o'clock.
Right.
You've got to aim at the left goalpost, Brad.
Left goalpost. All right, I'll put that in the memory bank when I get my Division 1 socks back on.
So the margin now down to 3 points, 10-11 to 11-8. We got the close one at Marara, round 12 of the NTFL, into the hands of Jonathan Peris, good in defence. Shannon Rioli to mark him in the back pocket. He gets onto it and gives it a kick up towards the wing. Tundawachi interfered, gave away the free kick. It's going to go to James Brain. He can't believe it. Tundawachi pleads his case. He might be taken from Arch if he's not careful. He has no case. He had hold of the man in front of him. End of story. Tigers to put it into attack now from defence. Long kick. Oh, what a terrific mark. Elijah Ware again. What a beauty. Jumped over the top there of Bice. Much bigger player than him and Stess. Ball gets to ground. Thomas Motlop wants a bit of it, can't get it. Ben Rioli gets there. Good defender, good running defender. Handballs to himself. Oh, they've gone hard at him, and he still did well. And he got on hands and knees and gave it to Stringer, who ran it up towards the wing. Saints on the charge here now. Here's Bice, can take a bounce or two if he wants. He doesn't. Punches it up towards Iggy Balajo. Lands in front of Iggy. Steps around. He can have a bounce. He can have another one. He runs to 50. He lines up. He kicks it goal. Rioli running with the ball. Shannon Rioli has kept the ball in. No, he hasn't. It's got away from him and gone out of bounds. Saints with some electrifying play, the best we've seen for the match from them, but the ball's gone out of bounds down in the forward pocket.
Yeah, again, really good movement from the Saints and ominous movement. That's how they win. They've won a lot of their matches, is just quick, fast movement, and it's a bit of the Saint to the old. And Ben Rioli in the back half, as you mentioned, just a really cool head for a kid that's only 18 or under 18. Yeah. He's only 17, I think.
He's a beauty.
He's got a really cool head on top of his shoulders, and going to be one to watch.
Saints would love a goal here. Kick from the pack, snapped, rolls through for a behind. So the Tigers will bring it out off the boot of Adam Doughty, probably. Corrie there as well. Haven't seen a lot from Marty Corrie tonight. Warren Burdo, the player missing, I was thinking about a while ago, trying to think he was missing from the Tigers. Haven't seen Burdo for a while. Gets to Ryan Smith. Cameron Island, that's who it was intended for. Just had just a little bit too much on it. He's still equal to the task. Goes looking for it. Hard at the footy. It's stuck underneath the pack there. Umpire's going to come in and ball it up.
Yeah, Smith just overcooked the kick. And Lacroix was coming out, but again, that just fell short of him as well.
The 34 with it, Justin Bice had that terrific run down along the wing a short time ago. Thunderwatch was pretty good. Oh, that was a wonderful tackle. James Brain had a bit of a brain fade there, didn't he? He tried to get away. Thunderwatch wrapped him up, got the free kick, pumps it forward, went right over the top. Here's a chance here. Little kick off the ground by McFarlane, back into the back pocket. Chased there by Darren Guelphy, goes over in the back pocket for a throw-in. Saints pressing here. They trail by just 2 points. They haven't been in front for some time after the Tigers took charge of the match in the second quarter. But they can kick a goal from here. They'll be in front. McFarlane down there, all their big guns are there. Shannon Rioli is there. His tackle was ferocious. Player goes to ground with the footy over the line, and the umpire is either going to ball it up or say it's a behind, depending if it went over the line. It didn't. Good decision by the umpire. There's nothing the Tigers could have done about that. They scramble a kick out now. That's a dangerous thing to do from a pack. If you're going to scramble a kick out of a pack and you're on the last line of defence, you do not kick it to the danger area at centre half back.
Yeah, no, he kicked it just 30 metres or 40 metres out, right down the centre of the field, and lands in the hands of Justin Bice. But yeah, Elijah Ware just rushed the kick, and I think the dues there should go to McFarlane. Got onto the defensive side of the ball and punched it back into the danger area, and Elijah Ware was under pressure and had no choice but to slam it on the boot. And lo and behold, it lands in the hands of Bice.
Bice to put the Tigers under pressure, doesn't. Well, he could have taken the lead off them for St Mary's. He kicks it behind. Poor miss.
Yeah, probably should have made him pay there. There really wasn't, again, 40 metres out, nearly almost directly in front. You probably should be putting those sorts of kicks through the goals. But again, down to a nail-biting 1-point game, this is going to be a great finish.
Here's the kick out wide. Robbie Campbell out there, couldn't get it. Gelfie with him, and guess he put him under pressure. Joshy Heath. He'd come up to his top of his socks, wouldn't he?
Tell you what, Joshy Heath is pressing for my man of the match thus far. He's had a lot of the ball and laid some crucial tackles, and he's good in the clinches. So yeah, I've really liked his game tonight. Some
good work there by Grabsky as well. Been impressed with him for St Mary's. Eilers done enough. There's McFarlane. They need more from Peter McFarlane. Robbie Campbell will jump against him. They're the third string rucks, you'd think. McFarlane gets pushed out of the way. He's going to get the free kick. He did it well. He worked that out, you'd reckon. He's been around a long time, Peter McFarlane. He's a long way out from goal. Sets it up long and high. Tigers under pressure here. There's a hand goes over the top. Umpire lets it go on. Now the run comes. Marlon Motlop wins it from the back line. Thumps it up to the wing. Saints have the numbers here, 2-on-1. Gets over the top. James Brain was in the back. There was a Shepherd on it. It's going to be a free kick. James Brain's going to get it. Umpire Noonan.
Thunderwatch was a bit tough there. He was just setting himself there for the marking contest, and yeah, just pressing back on his player. And Noonan's giving a free kick for a Shepherd, which I can see Thunderwatch's frustration there. I don't think it was a free kick there at all, but unfortunately, it's gone the other way.
A good mark, good kick, strong mark taken. Anthony Gugliotta, a long way out from goal, kick and a half, won't reach from there. Joshy Heath on the mark, kicks it straight to Cameron on. That's a poor result. After the luck was with them, the kick was nowhere near good enough. Iggy Vallejo in some space, bouncing ball gets to him, steps back in play, gets around Spring and then goes to centre half forward with the kick. Ball knocked to ground. Tigers can come back again. Here's a kick and hope. Elijah Ware might get to this. It'll bounce for him. They'll come hard at him. Oh, he stood his ground. He's tough. And it left Anstes, who ran at him, lying on the ground. He got hit very, very hard. Running in there is Robbie Hale. He couldn't get it. Nightcliff win it. Elijah Ware, the man with the bouncing ball, up to half forward. Gets it. Pushes it along in front, holds his footing, now pushed out of the contest over the boundary line for a throw-in. He puts his case to umpire Noonan as well. He didn't have one either. He was held in a pretty good tackle there, and the ball went spilled over the boundary line. Yeah, Jack Long just sticking to him like a bit of glue there, and really good. Keep not giving Elijah Ware that free run at the ball and that Elijah Ware's used to getting. Saints 10-13, Nightcliff 11-8. We've gone 14 minutes of the last quarter, 1 point the difference here. It was 22 points in favour of St Mary's at quarter time, 10 points Nightcliff at half time, 10 points Nightcliff at three-quarter time. Saints doing better in the last quarter here, have got within 1 point, ball up in the forward line for the Tigers. And there'll be a throw-in, or is it a free kick for Saints? The umpire signalling as though it is a free kick for Saints. Indeed it is. Anstes runs across the last line of defence. Might want to risk a kick there. That's not where it's going to go. Good take at the back by Lockwood. Lockwood can punch it in. Ooh. Made it hard, didn't he? And the mark taken there by Coates. So let's see what he can do. He's got a change of jumper. I don't know what happened. He looked like he was mauled by a tiger. Did you see it when he came off? His Guernsey was torn to shreds. Yeah. No, he came off, and I think he just had a change at Guernsey. But yeah, really good centre and kick there by Lockwood. He's had a really tough time of it today up against the two ruckmen of Smith and Brooks, and he's done a fantastic job. Coatsy can kick this. Oh, it's a little old helicopter, but I reckon it's over the line. I reckon that's a goal. She was a shocker, but it was 6 points in the end. Troy Coates gets an all-important goal to stretch it out to 2 kicks for Saints now, 7 points the difference, and we've just gone 15 minutes of this final term. Yeah, 15 minutes in, and a steadying goal there to Nightcliff gives him that 7-point buffer, which it's going to be a very interesting finish to this game if St Mary's can get another goal here. But
Nightcliff just always seem to find that answer when they need it, and like you say, just always edge themselves in front.
Cameron Islet might be the man who'll make the difference here. Here's Long running through the middle. Jack Long sends it up long into the forward line. Got over the back. Tigers get there in defence towards the boundary line and seen over the boundary line. Had to, because the dangerous Justin Cooper was there, but well done down there by James Brain. Throw in here up in the half forward line. Well, it's even closer than that for St Mary's. Watch Shannon Rioli here, perfectly set up for him. They can get it to him. That's touched right on the line. Gee, did well, didn't he? Dribble that through off the outside of the right boot. And gets the point. Adam Doherty to bring it in. Brave enough to make a call on it. Who's going to win it? Brad?
No.
In a word. Here's Corrie. He's in the back pocket. Marty Corrie, long-time servant of the Tigers. Little uncertainty about them at the moment. Coates kicked that helicopter goal a short time ago. They're still not out of the danger. They're still, they're still in the red zone, aren't they? Deep in St Mary's forward line.
St Mary's have really pressed up here and gone man-on-man across the whole ground.
Oh, terrific mark. James Brain, third in line. Climbed over the top of them and then pumped it up long to the wing. Ben Rioli. Mark McLean. Smith goes over the top. Long. Well, Jack Long with the ball towards the boundary line. Lost over. Ton to watch. Getting a little hot. Easy Kevin. Away a free kick with the worst thing you could do. Smith. Underwatch went in, got rid of a little bit of that aggression, that pent-up aggression. Jumped high and got his fist on the ball. Was the second ruckman coming in.
Yeah, aggression's good at the ball, and this time of the game you can't afford to be giving a stupid free kick. So Underwatch just needs to keep his aggression at the ball and let his footy do the talking.
Fractionally in attack, the Tigers. Smith with the tap down. Won by the clever James Brain. Kicked it beautifully. Gave it off to Elijah Ware, right to the top of the square. And the dribble kick and goal. That's a beauty. The Tigers at their very, very best. Don't get much better than that. Super goal kick there by Ashley Duncan. Wasn't that a treat?
Yeah, great finish there by Duncan, and really good movement of the ball, and the clinches there from Nightcliff. Won the stoppage out, and again, just a lot of the Nightcliff players are setting up on the defensive side of that stoppage there, and St Mary's didn't pick them up, and Smith just tapped the ball straight down to them. Lo and behold, Nightcliff get the ball and move it quite easily into their forward line.
Yeah, Brad, can I go back to my point before with Nightcliff? They don't change the way they play. They just believe in their game plan, as they've done there. They're under pressure. They don't panic. They just keep playing the way they're playing, and eventually the goals will come. And that's what's happened from again tonight. Here they are working hard in the middle to get this ball out. Umpire will hold it up and come in. Umpire Noonan to ball it up.
Yeah, good sides, as you mentioned, good sides don't change the way they play to adapt themselves to other teams. They believe in their structures, they believe in the way they play, and I think you could probably take a little bit out of that, the way NT Thunder played in the Neefle this year. They played their own game and other teams adapted to them. Yep. Or they tried to adapt and couldn't keep up with them. Nightcliff believe in their structures, believe in the way that they play, and I think they've got playing a really good brand of footy under Mo Motlop, and it seems to be working for them. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly, and I reckon they're smart as well, Nightcliff. There's something very smart about the way that they play. Here's Josh Heath wanting to get to the footy. Look at him bulldozing his way through. That is terrific. That was just fantastic. He did all the hard work there for his teammate, and he's still there. That's a 5th effort from him and 6 efforts. I'll give him best on ground for just that bit of play. You've rated him highly tonight. Yeah, I've rated him highly. I think his work in and under the packs and laying some really crucial tackles across the midfield there to really stop the Nightcliff run, and I've really liked his game. Gee, they had to work hard not to give away a free kick then. They did it pretty well. Tigers cool under pressure here. Bouncing ball to Brain, couldn't get to it. Eilert trying to get to the footy. He's given up the free kick. He didn't go for the football, that was the problem. Now it's got to come back again. Well, I don't think he's a bit stiff, Cameron Eilert. It was a 50-50 deal, but really Cameron Eilert wasn't going for the football. No, I think he just got caught up with I suppose in the moment, and
held on to the player who was trying to get to the ball, and retarded him, and unfortunately it's a free kick.
Can Nightcliff run the clock down now? The Saints have to kick 2 goals and a point off hands. That's a bad drop. Really bad drop there by Anthony Gugliotta, and he's been told all about it as well, and he doesn't like it.
Skill errors like that, and it could happen. Anything could happen in this game.
He's still telling him, Justin Bice, about that drop mark. Over the top went McFarlane. They're looking for a big lift from him. Shannon Rioli's the danger man. Don't get it to him. They'll win the ball out, kick it to the centre of the ground. Rolling ball here. Tunderwatch gets it, goes to Smith, back, not Tunderwatch, that's Grabski, who'll be a bit, there's Tunderwatch, getting to it, he was caught and he's penalised. Tried to break through, didn't he? He's coughed it up. Thomas Motlop has got it, and they've got the run here. This is a big thrust forward here by the Tigers. They kick a goal from here, they're going to win the footy match, no doubt about that. This is an important one. Woodhouse gets to it. Goes back with the handball cleverly to Marlon Motlop. He's under pressure. Tried to squeeze the kick in. Did pretty well to Guelphy. And now the kick to the top of the square. Tigers have 2. They want to bring it to ground. The reach over the top just didn't quite come off. Big climb down there. Might have been
Brown, I think it was.
Brown, who got very high. Here's Ben Rioli. He's lost it, left it behind. Saints under pressure. They've done pretty well to resist from here. Shannon Rioli, the target, gets it in the middle, plays on, somehow got clear, one way then the other. Did the 360 not once but twice. Kicked it into the middle, bouncing ball here for Saints under pressure. They've lost it forward. That was Stringer. Got by the Tigers. They can go forward here. Here's the telling moment for them from a long way out. Bang, shot at goal, misses out to the right off the boot of Ashley Duncan. Could have sealed it for the Tigers, kicked it behind.
Yeah, I think a behind will just do the trick for them. But going back to that first movement forward where Brown flew over the top, I think he probably should have stayed down, and the ball came to ground and there was no one there, and he probably could have kicked a nice and easy goal, but he chose to fly, and he ended up going to ground, and then the ball was rebounded. So just decision making there, I suppose. Getting late in the game and getting tired, I suppose that probably plays on you a bit. But yeah, he probably could have stayed down and kicked an easier goal than trying to fly over the top.
So my only criticism of this zoning off when the opposition kicks the ball is you just give the opposition too much of the footy, and Saints love that because they'll just chip it around. Look, they've worked this ball outside 50 with about 4 kicks. Now they'll go down the corridor, find Ryan Smith. So that zoning off just simply doesn't work. You've got to go and pick up a player, I reckon. Eilert drops short for him. He's caught. He's under pressure. He's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he did have the chance. The prior opportunity, he looked like he might have got high second tackle, but he did have prior opportunity before that, didn't he?
Oh, I think he claimed the mark. I thought it was a mark to him, but yeah, anyway. Noonan's pinged him for holding the ball.
Lockwood has it, just backward of the wing. Can they milk the clock now? 22 minutes gone. It looked like they might want to do that. They're out by 13 points. Saints need to kick a couple plus a point. Not beyond them. Ryan Smith, who's been so good today, towards the boundary line. It's out. Stapleton couldn't get past. He was right under the nose of the boundary umpire. Lockwood runs back to do the ruck work with Smith. He gets to him now, the 2 ruckmen. Smith's been good today. I think he's got the better of Lockwood. What's his palming work was pretty good. Woodhouse got it out only towards St Mary's, who can sling it out wide. Grabski to the middle. And the Tigers on the charge forward. That's a beautiful give. And Marlon Motlop kicks to John Anstis in the pocket. And Anstis again saves Saints. Kicks to Dion Gordon. No, goes a little further than that. Mark taken there by Stringer.